Fine. Okay. So in the optics, when we talk about the optics, first thing comes in mind the light. We are talking about the light over here. So what is the mystery of light? Let's first understand the mystery of light. Okay. So let's go one by one. If we say light, okay, light is a wave or a particle. This is a mystery. This is a key issue that need to solve because if it is a wave, this is suggested by Christian Huygens. Okay, he's a Dutch scientist. Dutch scientist. He suggested yes, the light behave like a wave. But Sir Isaac Newton he suggested no, light is behave like a particle. So it's having a kind of a dual property that we will discuss it. And when it will like behave like a wave, then what type of waves? Waves is like a transverse wave or the longitudinal waves. Okay. So when you talk about the transverse wave, what comes in your mind? Yes, it can be a water waves, EM waves. These are the transverse waves. When you see the longitudinal waves, that means that's like a sound waves. Okay. So what is mean by transverse waves and longitudinal waves? Transverse waves means by if the direction of motion of the water or because transverse wave we are taking example of a water waves. If the direction of the motion of the water perpendicular to the direction of the propagation, it's very simple definition. You all know these type of waves is called the transverse waves. If the motion of the motion of the water is perpendicular to the direction of propagation. That is transverse wave. But if it is longitudinal wave, then the motion of the say sound waves is the same in the direction of the propagation. Now, this is a kind of a longitudinal waves. So this is our key issue here to solve it. Is light is a wave, behave like a wave or a particle? Okay, or either dual property it has. Yes, it has a dual property. We will discuss later. So this was the mystery in earlier centuries, and there were certain confusions, but it was after that it was solved by other scientists. Yes, it has a dual property, it has a dual nature, it will behave like a wave as well as particles. Okay, so now come to the point of properties of lights. When we come to the point of properties of light, say we all knows like the property of light we can describe in terms of experiments by which they have already discovered. Fine. So because of that, there is a different heads like a geometrical optics, wave optics, and quantum optics. There are three heads by which we can differentiate the properties of light. Okay, so let me go by one. So first, if we discuss about the geometrical optics, that's I think till 12th standard you have gone through this. What is geometrical optics? You have a little bit idea about it. If I say first is a rectilinear propagation. What is that? The rectilinear propagation of light is like this is a technical terminology applied to the principle that a light travels in a straight line. Okay. The fact behind this is that the object can be made to cast fair sharp shadow that may be considered a good demonstration of the principle. Maybe another illustration can be found by the pinhole cameras. If I say uh, in a simple or inexpensive devices, the image of the stationary object is formed, okay, on the photographic plate or a plate by light passing through a small opening because we are talking about a pinhole camera. So with the pinhole camera, if a simple image is formed, which is a stationary object of the stationary object on a photographic plate, an image is formed of a stationary object on a photographic plate is by the small opening about by the pinhole camera give you the rectilinear propagation. This will the rectilinear propagation. The uh, second subcategories in this geometrical optics become a finite speed. Okay, with the name also you can understand we are talking about the speed. So light speed, you know, this the light speed is it is measured. It is measured experimentally, which is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So you know when we go to the ancient times, so the ancient astronomers believe that the light travel with a infinite speed. They don't believe yes it is some kind of a speed that can be measured. Okay, that can be measured and it is a finite speed. So any major, you know, according to astronomers, any major events occurs among the distant stars was believed to be observable instantaneously at all other point in the universe. So that was the observation of the astronomers. But in you can say in 1600, you know, in 1600 centuries, Galileo tried to measure the speed of light, and but it was not actually successful. But it has some you know some experimental points of over there. What he does, what was his experiment? He actually you know stationed he himself. Okay, he went to the hilltop with a lamp and his assistant on a distant hilltop with another lamp. You can imagine Galileo will be at the hilltop and his assistant will be another hilltop at a distant at a fixed distance. Okay, and the plan was for Galileo to uncover his lamp at an agreed signal. This was the experiment they done together. And then what happened next? Then thereby sending a flash of light towards his assistant. And upon seeing the light, the assistant was to uncover the lamp. When he will send the light, his assistant will uncover the lamp. So sending a flash of light back to Galileo. When the assistant will uncover, the light will be come to the Galileo again. So this is the timing. Okay. So the sending a flash of light back to Galileo, who observed the total elapsed time. How much time the light travels from his assistant to him. It's kind of a many repetition he does and perform you know experiment at a different distance and between two observers. So Galileo convinced that light must be travel in an maybe in an infinite speed, but we know that the speed of light is finite. That is approximately 300,000 kilometers per second. Okay, this is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So this was the finite speed. Now, next subhead in the geometrical optics. Why I am explaining each and every topic? Because these are all you have already read about it. Okay, this is not our area of interest right now from the syllabus because we will discuss the wave optics here. But you should actually remind all the geometrical optics that you have already learned before. Okay, so the next will be the reflection and refraction. Okay, so these are comes under the geometrical optics. So there is we actually measure the refraction in the form of a refractive index. So index of refraction or the refractive index of any optical device is defined as the ratio between the speed of light in a vacuum and the speed of light in the medium. I can write it here for your remembrance. Let me give 1 second. Okay, so this n equals to C over V. So this n is just customarily used to represent the ratio, but C is the speed in vacuum and speed, V is the speed in medium. This N is called the refractive index. Okay, the refractive index, you all know, I know it better. You all know this formula, but I'm just reminding it because it can be used somehow in your numerical purpose. So this N is C over V. Okay, and this is a calculated value experimentally for, we can say, for glass. Sorry, let me, sometimes this pen is working very weird. Okay, for glass, this refractive index value is around 1.520. Please note down, because when you solve the numericals, you need all the values. If you forgot, if you remembered already, then fine. For water, it is 1.333. For air, N is equals to 1.000. Okay, and 0.00292 something. If you go for the standard temperature and pressure, so this value is like that. Okay, fine. So there are a laws of reflection and refraction. So what is the laws of refraction and refraction? Let me summarize. Whenever a ray, just imagine a ray is a ray of light is incidenting on the boundaries. Okay, when you can imagine there is a ray incidenting on the boundaries. Okay, like this, and separating two media. Yeah, if it is air, then we can say this is glass. Separating two media, and part of the ray is reflected back. It will be reflected back into the first medium, and the remainder, what is the remaining, is refracted, and which will also bend. There will be some bend. It will bend, okay, with some angle. Not exactly the same angle. It will bend with some angle, and enters in the second medium. So the direction taken by these rays can be best to describe by a two well-established law of nature, which is the reflection law and the refraction law. Okay. Okay, let's come to the next. What is in the geometrical optics is the dispersion. Yes, it's very simple. Dispersion. I think you have performed one experiment in till your 12th standard, when you take a white prism out of it, and you are going to passing through a white light from the prism. You will have a 7 color of a spectrum. You get the complete rainbow over there. Okay, if you have not done, then don't worry. You are going to perform this experiment here also in your BTech engineering lab, engineering physics lab. Okay, so dispersion, it is a well known, those who have studied for the elementary physics, that refraction causes a separation of white light. Okay, here is the phenomena which is the refraction, which causes the separation of white light into the 7 colors, 7 constituent colors. Okay, which we call the rainbows. Okay, so here this is the geometrical optics. Fine. Now I will go to the next head, which is the wave optics. That is our area of interest to the syllabus. In this syllabus, in the wave optics, we are going to study about the interference. I'm not going in detail right now because we are anyway going in a very depth for each and every topic. Okay, so we understand interference, diffraction, electromagnetic characteristics of the wave, and polarization, right? And the double refraction. These are the 5 topics that we are going to cover in the wave optics in detail with the applications. Okay. And next, third head comes in the quantum optics. So in the quantum optics, we have atomic orbit that you will study in the atomic and molecular physics part. Okay, in our engineering physics syllabus itself. Okay, Then I will explain you the probability densities that will comes from the wave functions and everything, and energy level, of course, energy levels of the or we can say atomic levels, okay, and the quanta. Okay, this is E is equals to h nu. This is the packets of energy, quanta, and the lasers. Yes. We will have a complete unit of a laser. Then I will explain you how the lasers work, what is its working principle, what are the phenomena, how it happens, what are the type of lasers, how they work, their working principle, everything you will get understand. Okay. So these were the three properties of the light. Okay. So I have summarized here what you have already studied, geometrical optics, and what you are going to study here, wave optics and the quantum optics. Okay. Any doubt till here? Anyone? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Fine. Fine. Very good. Okay. So now we will go further. Let's come to the topic. This is a wave optics. So what we will study in the wave optics? Yes, in the wave optics, there are a phenomena of vibration and waves. I will go very step by step. Okay, you need not to worry if you are not remembering anything till your 11th or 12th standard. I will summarize in 1 and 2 lectures everything. Okay, and then we will come to the actual our level. Okay, so be comfortable. Anywhere if you have answer, you can raise your hands. Meanwhile, I will in between I will check. Okay, and I will give you your answer. So you can answer. You can question. Sorry. Okay, fine. So before starting to the wave optics, let me give you some a background of it. So let's think about it. The world where we are right now living. So the world around us is filled with the waves everywhere. You can see around you. Without light, you cannot imagine. Okay, some of them, some of them. If I am talking about the waves, some of them, you know, some of them can see or hear, but many more our sense of lights and hearing cannot detect, right? So when we go to the submicroscopic world, atoms and molecules, when you go to the microscopic world, atoms and molecules are made of the electrons, protons, neutrons, mesons. These are the elementary physics. Okay. So, and that move around us within these boundaries. So we can say an appropriate stimulated. So these atoms and molecules emit waves. All the atoms and molecules which emit waves in the form of gamma rays, X rays, light waves, heat waves, and radio waves, etc. It's a complete EM wave spectrum. You know it. So in our world of macroscopic bodies, we see water waves and sound waves are produced by moving masses of considerable sizes, right? Say, for example, earthquake. We talk about the earthquake. Earthquake produce waves as a result of sudden shift in the land masses. Okay, so these are the earth wave, and then there is a different type of. We are not going into that depth. So there will be S or H, different type of waves. Earthquake. The waves are produced from the earthquake, and the water waves. How the water waves come? Water waves are produced by the winds or the ships as they pass by. Huh? And the sound waves. How the sound waves come? Sound waves are a result of a quick movement of the object in the air. Yes, if I'm speaking, there is a pressure difference. Okay, and it's going to the your ear. Okay, so there is a pressure difference. I'm speaking. The waves is actually coming out from my mouth, and it's coming from the higher pressure to the lower pressure side. Okay, and it's accelerate from my mouth to the your ear. So there is in the form of a wave. So it is a quick movement. It is a quick movement. There is a sudden change in the air and or in the air pressure. Okay, so any motion on when, so these are the wave differentiation. But when we talk about the wave motion, so any motion that repeats equal with the equal interval in time, that is called the periodic motion. Okay, when you talk about the periodic motion, yes, the waves which actually repeat in equal intervals, that is called the periodic motion, like a swinging of a clock pendulum. That's a very simple example to understand. So these type of a particular motion, and we will understand in detail. So this type of a particular motion and many others like them in all our nature are referred as a simple harmonic motion. Okay, so let's see. You can see a figure over here. I have taken it from some book to let you understand the simple harmonic motion here. Just for sake of the terminologies that we are going to use in the wave optics. So I'm summarize here very quickly. So simple harmonic motion is defined as, what is the definition of simple harmonic motion? Anyone can answer me? Let me see here.
Ma'am, in this acceleration is directly proportional to the distance travel.
Okay.
The equation is based upon this. Acceleration depends on directly on x in which it moves.
It moves. Okay. Can we define in this way also? 1 minute.
Ma'am, restoring force is directly proportional to object's displacement.
Okay, this is also okay. Fine.
Periodic motion, ma'am. It's a periodic
Periodic motion. Right, right.
Acceleration is directly proportional to displacement.
That's numerically we can explain it. I'm asking conceptual, what the concept of it here. Say yes, you all are right. Very and okay. But can we define it like as the projection of, if we say, if you can see this circle over here. Okay, these are two positions A and B, and the center position is C over here. So with this circle, let me define is as the projection of any diameter on the graph point moving in the circle. Say this P point is continuously moving in the circle, okay, with a uniform speed. So it's coming at the P point periodically. Okay, this is also one kind of a simple harmonic motion, or either C is here. If P is a mass over here, and this P is come to the it will start from the C, then it will come to the P point, then will come to the B, then again come to the C, then go to the A point, then again come to the C. So it's like a you can imagine it's like a pendulum motion also. Okay, so this is kind of a simple harmonic, a motion, a periodic motion, that we can describe in that way. So also we can say there is a graph, there is a point, this is the graph point P, which is move around the circle of a radius A. This is fixed, this distance is fixed. Either you will take it from the C here, or if this point P will come over here. Let me use my pen.
It's like a phasor diagram.
Yes, because we are going to understand all the phenomena. That's why I have taken this diagram for a reference, not a simple harmonic motion of a pendulum, because we will solve the phasor diagram also. So in a very first day of class, I said this syllabus is not going to give you a much burden. It is more or less similar what you have studied. Okay, so be comfortable. It's, if you are attending all the classes, you are not missing anything. Okay, you are not going to worry about it. The engineering physics is going to be very simple for you. So because we have put some advancement, but in the later stage. Okay, यहाँ पे नहीं है. It's all simple as you know. Okay, so I'm going to explain this graph now. So you just listen carefully. this is the figure, and I am going to explain the motion of this graph point, which is move around the circle of a radius, okay, with a uniform speed v. V is speed, okay. If at every instant of time a normal is drawn to the diameter AB, if this is the diameter of a circle AB and the intercept P is called the mass point, which moves with the simple harmonic motion, either in that way, okay. Either if this P come to the C, then go to the B, then again come to the P. So either you can imagine this way. So what is the amplitude over here?
Ma'am, A.
A. Yes, A is the amplitude. So A is the maximum amplitude is here, okay. And the time period required to make one complete vibration is called what? A time period, I said a time period which required to complete
Oscillation, ma'am. Oscillation.
One oscillation.
complete vibration is called the period. Okay, a time, I'm talking about the time here. Time required to make one complete vibration is called the period. Okay, and what is the frequency?
It is the oscillation taken in 1 second. Number of
Yes.
oscillations.
Yes, the frequency of vibration we can define as the maybe number of complete vibration per second. Okay, very good. So these are the amplitude which is measured in meter, period measured in second, frequency measured in hertz, one vibration per second. So just remember all these terms, nothing much about it. And you can define frequency is equals to 1 over period. It's a reciprocal of each other. Okay. Transverse waves. Let's discuss the transverse waves. Here we are going to introduce some more terminologies. Light wave we know. Let's see what is the wavelength. So first, all light waves, when we are talking about the light waves, all light waves are transverse waves. And transverse waves are those in which each small part of the wave vibrate along a line perpendicular to the direction of propagation. Okay, and all part are vibrating in the same plane. Okay. Okay, so you can see a small picture, a wave, a sine wave on your screen, and I have mentioned a wavelength over here. Okay. So when a source vibrate with simple harmonic motion, if we assume a simple harmonic motion and send out transverse wave through a homogeneous medium, they have a general appearance of the wave as shown in this figure here, but this distance between 2 points, the distance between 2 points of any consecutive waves form is called the wavelength. Okay. And one wavelength we can say, for example, is equal to the distance between either two wave crust from here to here or two waves trough. Okay, so this is the definition of wavelength, and this much the distance this or the distance is say A is the amplitude and Y is the displacement over here. Y is the displacement is traveled by the distance at a particular time, but when you go to the maximum displacement, which is called the amplitude. So Y is a displacement at any point, at any instant of time. Okay. Okay, more is the displacement and amplitude. Okay, speed of waves. Speed of waves is defined by the nu lambda. First, we know the frequency. We know the frequency. Frequency is, we define just in the last slide. This is our frequency, is 1 vibration per second. So when we talk about here, there is a frequency and lambda. Okay, so the frequency of a wave is given by the number of waves, how many number of waves passing by or arriving by at a given point per second. And its unit is hertz, that's we know, or the vibration per second. We can simply call it vibration per second as a frequency. So from the definition of frequency and the wavelength, the speed of waves is given by, this is the speed of wave is multiply of the frequency and the wavelength. I think there is not much there, so we can go to the, if we are talking about the transverse wave, then definitely it is a sine wave. It is a sine wave that we can discuss here. Okay. So this is the simplest kind of a wave. This is for which the motion of all the points along the wave have displacement y, which is given by the either sine wave or cosine wave, some uniform increase function as well. Okay, so this is the effect which is described by a simple harmonic motion. Here we are considering or defining a sine wave. You can see a sine wave here, and you know from crust to crust is a lambda. Okay. So let's have some description of sine wave, how to define it mathematically. Exactly. The displacement y of any point on the wave is given by one minute. Okay. Oh. Okay. So this displacement of y at any point on the wave is given by y is equals to a sine 2 pi x over lambda. If wave move to the right with the velocity v, if this wave is moving to the right side with the velocity v, we can introduce the time t as follows: y is equals to a sine 2 pi x minus vt by lambda. This is all the formation we are, we are describing the sine wave and the period t and its reciprocal, the frequency nu are given by, that's we know, this v is equals to nu lambda, and this nu can be 1 by t because it's a reciprocal of time period, so lambda by t. If we substitute several of these variables in equation number 2 here, we can obtain useful equation for wave motion in general. Okay, so it's very simple. When you substitute, you can try it in your notebook. When you put v is equals to nu lambda or lambda by t in here in this equation, you will get t over t minus x upon lambda. Then I will take the t common, and that will be t minus x upon v. And when you solve it, and 1 by t is a nu, so y is equals to a sine nu t minus x over v. You can try out. If you have any doubt, you can ask me, because this is very simple. When you put the value from equation 3 to equation 2, you will get this equation number 4.
Ma'am,
Huh.
can you explain the second equation? Y is equals to a sine 2 pi x minus vt upon lambda.
Okay. In second equation, when, see, this is a wave. Okay. If this wave is, vt is what? Vt is velocity multiplied with the time, is a distance. Okay. So if we are moving if we are moving with the velocity v, this is the velocity v. You can don't confuse, because this v is have written from the equation. Okay, when we type the equation.
Okay, ma'am. I understood.
So this is same actually. So don't be
Yeah.
confused with this.
Yes,
है ना?
ma'am. Yes.
ये यही v है. Okay. है ना? This is the same again. This is v. But this is new. Okay. So when we start writing
Yes,
with
ma'am. Yes.
equation, na, so there is a font change. Okay, thank you. So please try to solve it and let me know. Are you getting with this equation 3 to equation 2 to equation number 4? Please try out. I just skipped one step here, because you can do it. Put this formula, this v is equals to new lambda. Put this formula here. Those who have done, please let me know.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am done.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Good. Very
Yes,
good.
ma'am, done.
I'm done.
I'm done.
हाँ, करके देखना है ना. डन जबरदस्ती नहीं है बोलना हमारे लिए. ओके, ट्राई करना, बिकॉज एंड आई नो इट्स वेरी सिंपल, बट इन you know, every time I will assign you a small part. Okay, I know you can do it. So these are just repetition, guys. It's nothing else. This is all you have done in all your till 12th standard. But what I was thinking, we should actually repeat it. Direct switching to the our syllabus part, it's not mean. We have to recall our things, basics that are going to use it here. Okay. So next is I'm going to show you some interesting waves here, and I'll ask you. Okay, this is the first. Is kind of a sine wave. Okay, and now I will ask you many questions here on this slide. Fine. So this is a two-dimensional wave or one-dimensional wave? It's my question.
Two-dimensional.
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 Okay. Now next. This is a string. A violent string. This is a one-dimensional or two-dimensional?
One dimensional.
One.
Two.
Confusion?
Two-dimensional.
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 Who said one-dimensional? Can you have any explanation, please? No, you can be right. Don't shy. If you have something in your mind, please share. Because I didn't notice who said, because my screen is full this time. So I don't know who replied one-dimensional. Okay, so let's go to the next. Okay, what is this phenomena here in the third picture?
Ma'am, diffraction.
Oh my God.
Water wave.
Interference.
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 Yes. You can see the pattern on the screen. You can see the pattern. First, see the pattern over here. Okay. Who said the diffraction? Please see the pattern. It's, you know, yes, there is a bit confusion between interference and diffraction. But I will explain you very much. Okay. I will explain you clearly once the things will come. But you can differentiate with the pattern. You can
wavelets.
Yes, you can see the diffraction, whatever pattern you are getting on the screen. With the screen pattern, you can observe the diffraction pattern or the interference pattern. Okay, let's see the next one. What you are observing here? Look at carefully. There are some few atoms.
Ma'am, type of a
Go ahead,
longitudinal
sir.
wave,
Go ahead,
compressions
And the
and rare
compressions and
fractions.
rare fractions.
One by one. Type of a longitudinal wave.
Yes, ma'am.
On second is who? Second one. Somebody else was telling something, right? Please tell.
Ma'am, one-dimensional wave as the particles are moving in one direction.
Okay. Okay.
Ma'am, it's a longitudinal wave.
Okay.
No, it's a longitudinal wave.
Longitudinal wave.
Ma'am, it's a longitudinal wave.
Good. Anyone else? Anything are you observing here? Anyone else? Something is missing. Can you note it down, this red point? And can you see the movement of this red point? Just observe the movement of the red dot.
Ma'am, simple harmonic motion.
Yes. Yes. Very good. Yes. So most of the answer you have already given. Fine. So you can see different type of waves around you, around you in our world. So maybe in the next class, I think what's next? Let me see. This is the wave optics. I am going to explain you the interference first. Then we will have a diffraction, and then we will have a polarization. These are the three phenomena we are going to discuss in this unit. So from the tomorrow, I will start the interference. Okay. So any doubt here?
Ma'am, will you upload this PPT
Yes, definitely
in
I
the
will
Teams?
upload, but once, yes, in the team itself I will upload, but once the unit will finish, then only I will upload. So meanwhile, you refer the books, okay, and concentrate on the lectures, what I am teaching now, right now, okay. So तब तक तो आपको I cannot upload it, है ना? Because in a fractions is
Ma'am, we got
हाँ.
Ma'am, we got to know yesterday that the
Your voice is
recordings will be
breaking.
available only for 2020.
1 minute.
Ma'am,
Huh.
ma'am,
Tell me.
we got to know yesterday that the recordings will be available for 20 days on MS Team. So will be deleted, or how
No,
can we
listen.
access then?
Ayush, right? Ayush.
Yes.
So Ayush, listen one thing. It will be available for us to download it. Okay. So there is an option to download it. Okay. When you click it, you get the option to download. So download in your laptop. It will be with you for a long. Fine.
Okay, ma'am. Fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, guys. Any doubt? I hope nothing is there, because this is simplest one. Okay, fine. So
Thank you, ma'am.
see you tomorrow, same time.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye bye for now. Yeah, welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
Most welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
Take care.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
ma'am.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.